But let's talk about Top Rock coming to MotoGP. As you guys know, what are your thoughts on that? Is he gonna be someone that might be in the top 5 in the first year, or you think he's gonna hang out around 12 and for the season just to get his feet wet? We start with Smitty.
I say he'll be probably around 10th ish, because coming to GP, as good as he is, it is a whole different ball game. Like, people think it's a motorcycle, 2 wheels, throttle, brakes, the same. No, it's just like driving a sports car versus a truck. It's not the same experience at all. And going by what Ben Spies said about his experience, that bike is so stiff. It's like riding a freaking, just a plain piece of steel with, it has wheels on it. And the adjustment is very difficult. And you rarely ever see it happen now that guys come from, World Superbike and do well. It just doesn't happen like that anymore. This is no longer the days of Nicky Hayden and Ben Spies and Colin Edwards doing it. This is a different type of bike, and I don't see him doing well. As talented as he is, I don't see it.
Don't tell Gonzalez that in Moto 2. I mean, hey, he might get to MotoGP.
I mean, true.
Kind of the same.
Moto 2. That's not World Superbike.
Right. Same sport.
Yeah, but he came from World Supersport.
Okay, true.
So he came from 300 Supersport, then he came into World Supersport, and then he came over to the stiff chassis of Moto 2, and he's fighting for the championship. So, Jake Dixon came over from Supersport as well, and, Jake has yet to fight for a championship like how Gonzalez is doing this. And I believe it's Gonzalez's second year. Just to say he's one of the few. He's really the only one that's been able to do it and maybe get to MotoGP. So, but you're right. Normally, there's not a lot of riders that have been able to do it. And if they come into MotoGP, they might win a race in their career.
Right.
They might get on their podium, but they don't have the same dominance. That they haven't had the same dominance. Obviously, some riders have that you mentioned. But I'm thinking, Cal and some of these guys that just, they won races and they were very competitive, but we see the difference. And, so yeah, you're right about that. What are your thoughts, Jordan?
I'm glad you came to me because I do kind of agree with Smitty. He'll be in the top 10, but I'm thinking it's going to be for a different reason. Tires. He's so used to having the Pirellis. He's been doing great with Pirellis, with the Yamaha and the BMW. Now he's going to Michelin's, not just because of the bike, because of the tires.
I think they're switching to Pirelli this year, no?
Well, they're supposed to be. I'm not going to go to the tires because everybody needs to switch tires. Oh my gosh. Moto America needs to switch to Pirellis. I swear I'm not going to go there. But I think they're supposed to be switching out tires also. But hopefully they do. Hopefully the tire war needs to come back. I think we said that on like one of the first interviews me and you had. It's just like they need to be a tire war. I want a tire war back because
you're right. Because it's Michelin next year, Pirelli 2027.
So I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve for him, not because of the machinery. Yeah, World Superbike has some top tier electronics that kind of accompany with MotoGP, not really Moto 2, Moto 3, but kind of with MotoGP. But yeah, there's still some learning curves that he's going to have to do. He's know how to do that. You give it to him, let him ride the bike 30, 40, maybe 50 laps. He's going to tell you, hey, this needs to change, that needs to change. I'm good here. I'm not good there. Fix this, fix that. Let me go back out. And I'll show you I can do better. Right. He's that type of rider. Yeah, I mentioned something about Matt Mladen a couple years ago that he can ride the bike, tell you what you need to do to it so that he can do the lap times he wants to do. You do that, he's doing the lap times he's saying he's going to do. And then sometimes even a tenth or two more. Right. So I'm just kind of like, he has that skill, that talent, that if you give him what he needs, sky's the limit.
Right. And he has a great teammate. Jack Miller is going to be able to teach him a lot as well.
A lot of experience.
Yeah. Bobby Shakes, man, what are your thoughts on...
Go ahead. Sorry, I cut you.
No, go ahead. On Top Rock coming to MotoGP. Obviously, it's a new market for MotoGP. His fan base is pretty huge in over in the Middle East, and so I got to imagine that's good for it's going to be great, really good for MotoGP.
Hey, listen, man. I used to sit on my couch and watch football, and they do the kickoff, and I would see these idiots drop the kickoff, and I go, I could do that. So I went to an XFL exhibition, and the only position I could play was kick return. Catching that ball off a kicker's foot, it's like trying to catch a razor blade. You have to catch it with all hands, and you got to be a dog. So it looks easy on television till you actually do it. With Top Rack, he's not a poser. As we know, the suspension is tighter, the bike is stiff, it only bends, you got to be on it. And Top Rack is that dog. He's going to be on that bike, and we've seen it. No fear. He's going to use the suspension. I think he's going to, I know the tire, like we say, power without control. I think he's going to adjust. I think he's a dog. I think he's crazy. I think he's crazy, and I think he's nuts. And the only thing that's going to stop Top Rack is Top Rack. And I know it looks easy, man. When you're watching these guys on MotoGP, it looks easy when you're sitting down drinking a soda. But he's a different guy. I agree with Jordan. He's a different guy. Mm-hmm. So put him in 8th place because the guy's going to go 1 through 6 again.
Gotcha.
And then he's going to pull some shit out of his ass. So put him in. That's how we're going to put him.
Smitty, what are your thoughts on Jonathan Rea retiring? At the end of the season, I think there's a couple more rounds. Estoril this weekend. Shout out to Bobby Fong, who's going to be racing this round and next round with the Attack Yamaha team. Wish them the best. What are your thoughts about Johnny Rea? 6-time world title for World Superbike, the most in a row, and the most overall.
He had 3 with Honda, right? Something like that, I think it was.
No. All Kawasaki.
Kawasaki? Well, he rode Honda, I forgot, but yeah. Ray is a legend, man. Simple as that. He's the best to ever do it in World Superbike. It's a shame he didn't really get a real shot at riding MotoGP, which sucks also. But, and also what sucks is I hate seeing champions, like great players, and this is all sports, like the last couple of years, they're washed up. I hate seeing that, I enjoy seeing guys who are great leaving their prime. Like right. Barry Sanders, retired early. Everybody hated that.
Too early.
It wasn't, man.
Too early.
He left when he wanted to, and he was the best when he left.
Too early.
Instead of being like Emmitt Smith going to the Cardinals and like, well, damn, you get 2 yards of carry. I hate seeing that.
You think Barry Sanders didn't think for one, like maybe I could have played one to stay a little bit longer? You think Casey Stoner didn't go, maybe I should have? Obviously he had health reasons.
Maybe not, but
it's the thing with motorcycles, motorcycle racing, basketball, or any physical sport, you're against Father Time. If you're a musician, you can take time off. If you're an actor or whatever, you can take time off and find your way back. But when you're in your prime, you have to be one with God when you walk away, because we saw Michael Jordan struggled when he came back. Yeah. So you know what I mean? And
I hated seeing Rossi the last 2 years. It just looked like
the Yamaha was bad. It wasn't Rossi.
No, it was him, man.
No, man, the bike was bad. Come on, like Morbidelli was struggling. He was struggling.
But Rossi wasn't even the best Yamaha when he was riding.
The years Rossi Rossi got on the podium in 2018, right? And I think he left so the last 3 years that bike was struggling, man. The Yamaha was struggling, and
good, man. And even but let's say the bike was bad. It still looks bad seeing him running in 15th place by himself, Reasons or not, regardless of if it's him or the bike, knowing who he was, it just don't look right. Seeing him in the back of the pack on that, yellow and blue bike, man, the Patronus bike. It didn't look good,
Yeah, it's tough because I see Venus out there playing now, and I like seeing her play. I'm rooting for her. So I don't know. I mean, I get what you're saying. From a fan perspective, you don't want your the people you look up to look normal.
Yeah, it's like seeing Jerry Rice playing for the Seahawks. It was terrible. Randy Moss on the Titans and the Niners was horrible, man. I don't like seeing that.
So I get what you're saying there, for sure. How are you thinking, Jordan? You feel the same way? Walk out on top, or don't stay too long in the party? You don't want to go out with the lights when they shut the lights off at the after party.
Shut the lights out on you, and you're stuck on a dance floor by yourself. Where'd everybody go? I mean, I think Johnny had a very good run.
My bad. I'm jacking you.
Oh, it's all good. Not to say that he tapped out too early or even too late. After his sixth run, and everybody else started catching up to him. Not to say Kawasaki was doing something spectacular. I don't know what they put something in their gas tank or something. But Johnny was just doing a daggone thing. He was just on money every single race, every single time, every lap, and no one could answer that. So once everybody started, I don't know, getting his number, figuring out whatever he was doing, started catching him every little tenth here and there. And then, Top Rack being Top Rack, he's Top Rack. He's an alien. Right, I don't know if everybody's heard that term before, but he's an alien. Yeah. You've got really nothing for that. Even Bautista. Bautista got lucky, got a championship. Didn't hold on to it for too longer, but he got a championship out of that. Next thing you know, we got another. Well, he wouldn't go back to back though. He
go back to back.
He went 19 and 20. Didn't he go 19-21?
No, he got because it was Top Rack that got it on the Yamaha. Then Bautista went back to back, and then Top Rack.
I thought it was Top Rack, Bautista, Top Rack again. We'll look at it later. No.
Bautista got back to back when Pecco got back to back.
Okay, so I mean, not say he got lucky. I'm not gonna say that. I'll retract that. But I mean, with that happening, and then Top Rack switching off. I mean, like I said, the whole thing has just been like, either you adjust, whether it's the bike or yourself.
No, it was definitely the bike. I don't know if you caught the video podcast with Ray, and Top Rack was on it, and Alex Lowe's was on it, and Alex was saying, I
missed that one.
I'm finishing 10th on a Kawi, and he's finishing on the podium or for the win, and I'm sitting here like, we're on the same bike. Like, how is he making this bad bike? Do work, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so, but I think it's the same thing. Eventually these guys like Marquez, at some point the bike becomes too bad for them. Maybe it's just that you don't want to take the same risk. I'm obvious, and he did get hurt with the Yamaha when he switched to Yamaha. So I think for him, that recovery at an older age, as he mentioned, like watching his kids and stuff like that, and he even said this. He's like, there was one time where he crashed, or some crash that he had. I forget which race it was that he crashed, and he's just like, he thought of not being there for his kids. So all of a sudden he's also thinking, like, I can be hurt. So once you can't lock in and give 100% in motorcycle racing, like you have to walk away at that point.
And I think that's what it was. And I agree with you. I think that's what it was. It's like, he had the hyperbaric chamber in his house because he wanted to try to heal and recover as fast as he could to get back onto the bike. And then once he got back onto the bike, he still wasn't where he, I guess, wanted to be at, and where he expected to be at. And it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to give him my best. I'm going to give him my best shot because I want to give the best to my fans, to my family, to the sport. He's very sport conscious of World Superbike and everybody in it. So once that happens, it's kind of like, I got to tap out. And that's pretty much what he did. So, I mean, not to say he didn't give 100%. He gave 120% to the sport. And, I wish him best of luck. and hopefully he does a whole bunch of coaching to the Yamaha group. Because I believe that's what he's getting a contract for right about now.
Okay.
I saw him doing something with the USA Yamaha school here. I don't want to say their name because they're not going to get any monetization from us. So, but he's been doing some coaching with stuff with them. So who knows? We may see him here on the West Coast. I believe he actually has a Airbnb or a house here in California. So
okay,
I think he tapped out in the perfect time.
Yeah, and he also said he didn't want like Smitty, wanting to see the top guys go out. He wasn't comfortable sitting around 10th or 11th. He's like, if I'm not fighting for the podium, I don't want to be out here.
Time to check out. Exactly.
So there is that as well. Bobby Shakes, man. I know you know who Jonathan Ray is. Made Cowie a lot of money, for sure. Because everybody wants a Cowie. 1,000 like the ZX10R. People love that bike. What are your thoughts? I mean, one of the greats walking away from the sport as far as racing.
Just going to take my hat off to him and his career. My issue with motorcycle racing and car racing is different from basketball and football and everything else. Those are more physical sports, right? So you could heal quicker. Racing, it starts to deteriorate your cognitive. You're just not seeing the track anymore. Like there's just this breakdown, and we're just seeing it. And I think once the cognitive starts to break down, once the brain starts breaking down, the G forces, people don't understand that part of racing is the nasty part about racing, right? When you're seeing Hamilton in the F1 car, it's like he has a disease now. Like he can't, you lose it over time more quickly than other sport. And I think once your cognitive starts to go, it's time to go because you're not seeing the game anymore. When we talk about football and basketball, there's only so many things that can happen within that game, right? You've seen all the plays, you know everything, you know the defense, you know the offense, you know everybody's skills have been played for a long time. With motorcycle racing, your nervous system starts to break down. And then when you have these young bloods coming who could see the track, it's hats off to him in his career. That part of the racing needs to be highlighted more. Just not getting on a bike and learning how to ride. It's the strength training, the neck training, core training, all that stuff that is crazy. Like I took my son for an ear infection, and they said, oh, this is like we're putting you through an F1 balance test, right? Like we don't think about that. The balance in your eardrum, the loud noise, the paddock, all that stuff start to deteriorate. And that's what's sad about that sport, that it happens overnight. Like Michael Jordan, you saw the decline slowly.
Right.
In motorcycle racing, it's like 1:15 overnight. You're like, what the fuck? It's hats off, man. Love you.
And all you need to do is be a couple of tenths off, right? You don't need to be much. Right. And that's the other part. It's like, it's just a little bit. And that then over the course of laps, obviously adds up. And it's tough. You're absolutely right. And don't get me wrong, there needs to be like a senior league, like some of these other car racing and stuff like that, or golf tournaments where, some of these guys can still ride. Maybe they're on, prototype, whatever kind of bikes, but it's still, the sport does a pretty good job of celebrating the champions, but it can, I think that people would sign up to go watch that.
A senior world superbike.
Yeah, I mean, because you look at they got the seniors TT, right?
TT.
Yeah. So, they're not slow just because it's called senior.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and at least some of these guys can ride around the age, so everybody will be kind of at the same speed, so to speak, right? And still, you get to still see these. Like, it'd be nice to see Casey race, right? I don't know if he'd want to, but it'd be nice to see him race and some of these other guys, come out and race.
That's a business pitch to Dubai. Dubai, we just pitched you something. I heard that Tom Brady's playing flag football in Dubai for about $1 trillion. I don't know if that's true or not. maybe we could pitch Dubai to have a Seniors Cup.
No, honestly, what I want to see, like a 4-round exhibition race between our top 10 riders in the States versus the top 10 BSB riders.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
like a World Cup.
2 rounds in the States, 2 rounds in the UK. I would love to see that one day.
Yeah, I remember Bradley Smith is still here.
Yeah.
But no, that like a World Cup would be cool. 2 riders, and then there's just the states. The countries that are pushing the riders forward. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, the Spaniards and Italians might win it all for the first few years, but
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Mm-hmm. I don't think so either. Bradley's still here in the West Coast. So, I mean, we can make that happen.
Yeah,
a couple phone calls.
All right.
Gotta call Wayne Rainey, man. Make it happen, man.
Yeah, for real.
There you go.
Get the proposal together and send it off to Dubai. Let's get this thing cracking.